West Indies versus Australia, 1999. The hosts are in turmoil. They've been hammered 5-0 by South Africa at home, and they've lost the first test against Steve Waugh's visitors in humiliating fashion, bowled out for 51 in a 312-run defeat. Brian Lara's career has seen many highs and lows, but this feels like rock bottom.
People tend to forget, looking at that series, how far gone Lara was when he began it. The West Indian players had that strike in '98. Then they'd gone to South Africa. They'd been beaten 5-0. Lara seemed to be on his last legs as a captain and as a batsman as well.
He has nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Backed into a corner, he fights. An imperious double century helps the Windies level the series at Jamaica. And in the third test at Barbados, Lara seals his reputation as one of the game's greatest match winners.
He always says his better innings was the one before in Jamaica where he made 200. And what he means by that is that given the pressure he was under, to play that innings that led to such a result was a greater achievement than the one in Barbados. But the greater batting performance, the purity of the innings, it was absolutely perfect.
Australia bat first and score nearly 500, thanks to Waugh's 199 and Ricky Ponting's 104. Despite Shaw and Campbell's century, West Indies end the first innings 161 behind. A fifer for Courtney Walsh sees Australia's second innings fold up for 146, leaving the Windies to get 308 against arguably the best bowling attack in the world at the time.
From that position, you would simply have backed the Australian attack, which was as good as any that we've ever put into the field. McGrath, Gillespie, Warne to do the business. And they would have if it hadn't been for Lara, who just came in and played with this amazing sense of his own destiny.
West Indies are 78 for 3 when Lara walks in, and this soon becomes 105 for 5. Australia are on top, but Lara is in the mood.
People talk a lot about Brian's flair, the high backlift, the exaggerated moves, the flex in the legs, but just the purity of the strike, the accuracy, the precision. It was like Brian went to the wicket and didn't study where the fielders were, he studied where the gaps were.
Lara goes from 50 to 100 off just 51 deliveries. At the other end, Jimmy Adams bats nearly 3 hours for his 38. Just before tea, disaster strikes. Or rather, Glenn McGrath does. 3 times, only Lara stands between Australia and victory. Day 5 tea. West Indies need 54 runs to win, with 2 wickets remaining.
The way he shepherded the late order batsman, the way he manoeuvred the ball, the way Australia would move a fielder 2 yards and he'd place it 2 yards wide of him, move the fielder back, and he just toyed with them. The control of his bat, the control of his mind, the control of the opposition, and the control of his partner, who as the innings went on became less and less gifted, was just extraordinary.
As expected, there's late drama. With 7 runs to win, Lara edges one from Gillespie. Ian Healy dives to his left, but can't hold on. With 6 to win, Ambrose departs and in walks Courtney Walsh, the most number 11 of number 11s.
The best batsman in the world and the worst batsman in the world trying to fend the Australians off. And what's remarkable is not perhaps that Lara batted through that last period, that Walsh actually managed to survive those half a dozen balls that he had to face, playing almost incomprehensible shots. You watch YouTube footage of it, and it's just amazing what he was doing with his bat. But at the other end, Lara just looked preternaturally in control.
Walsh survives 5 deliveries, the last of them with the scores tied. Lara can now apply the finishing touch to his masterpiece.
I can still remember that last cover drive of Lara's to go to 153, where he absolutely pins the ears back and smashes Gillespie away. And the sense of vindication that he brought to that final celebration.
He might have hit rock bottom at the start of the series, but by the end of it, the Prince of Trinidad was back on his throne. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below. Click on the bell icon for notifications.